In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why I'm buying more Cornerstone aggressively here as the market reaches a key inflection point. If the market is at a make it or break it point, then we need to watch Cornerstone because Cornerstone is the market. And it's one of the best funds in the world, as you know. So we earn over $100,000 per year in dividends at this channel, and my performance and value shows that I'm up 90% over the last 3 years. So yes, margin investing does work. Okay, on a year-to-date basis, we're up 30%, which is beating all the indexes, including the NASDAQ, which is up 24%. I know this may be a boring intro, but the numbers speak for themselves, guys. So I hope that you don't mind that this is how I lead off on all of my videos. So we're living financially free out of our brokerage accounts at this channel, and I give you my portfolio to track daily as a model for success. When I'm not on YouTube making videos, you can track my portfolio on Discord, where over 400 members and I share our market experiences daily. So email me for my e-guides at akatod48@gmail.com for free access to Discord for life and my phone number for life, okay? I have e-guides on how to play Cornerstone because no other YouTube channel uses it properly, and it's the best fund in the world, as I already said. And I also have e-guides on how to use margin to get ahead and live financially free out of your brokerage account with, okay? For every $1 you put in your account, you get $4 of purchasing power here, as you can see, almost $1 million of purchasing power. And I use this to not only get ahead in life, but to qualify to banks for income so I can get more loans. So not only does it make my account, outperform the markets, but I also get, again, qualifying income from these loans that I'm using margin with that then give me more loans to banks. So I use margin, which is a loan, yes, on your equity, and I use that qualifying income it provides to, again, live financially free out of my brokerage accounts with banks, okay? So the key is to tie all of your margin to the indexes, which I do, and which Cornerstone is the index. And it's also low maintenance. So we'll discuss why I'm tying all my investments to indexes, including Cornerstone. And I'm going to give you 3 key reasons why I'm buying more Cornerstone here, okay? The first reason being that, first of all, nothing unusual has been happening the last couple of days. Yes, Cornerstone has seemed to have underperformed the market. The market was down 1% and Cornerstone was down 2%. But that's because Cornerstone's been outperforming this whole time, okay? If we go to a chart of Cornerstone, we'll see that it looks the same as the S&P. So look at this chart of Cornerstone, okay? And just remember this chart. Okay, now let's look at a chart of the S&P. It's going to look a slightly different, a little bit more magnified CLM looks than the S&P. But if we go to an SPY chart, you'll see that we have the same pattern here, okay? The same pattern of this little breakdown towards 425 on the S&P. Now let's go into the charts of the S&P so that we can get a true look at what the market's doing. It's like a patient who hurts his knee. How can you really know what's going on with his knee until you get the x-rays? And that's what these charts show. And the x-ray here shows that we're on the 200-day moving average for the S&P. This is a key inflection point. This is everything, okay? The 200-day moving average is where both long-term investors and short-term traders place their bets, okay? If this line breaks, the black line, the 200-day moving average, then all hell will break loose in the markets, and you need to be aware of this. So it looks like we try to hold today and hammer on the 200, which is a candlestick term where the wick is twice as long as the body. So you can see the wick there is pretty good. If you need help understanding charts, that's in my volume 2 e-guide. So technical analysis, if you've already bought my e-guides, I know most of you guys just use it for margin and for Cornerstone, but check out that volume 2, which is technical analysis. And that I share with you how I read my charts, and I even talk about candlesticks. A hammer is a very bullish pattern, and we got a wick here that's twice as long as the candle body itself. So this is this is indicative of a bottom usually when you have hammers. Excuse me. So this is looking bullish. Also, refer to our Discord chat room if you need more help on technicals. Carbon should be able to walk you through his charts, and he can read charts a lot better than I can. So check that out if you need more help with this. So the 200-day moving average, we tagged it on the S&P, okay? So this is key because Cornerstone is the S&P. It is the S&P and NASDAQ, okay? They have this. It has the same holdings, okay? So CLM, okay, here we go, the value fund, okay, here it is. It tried to make a hammer as well at 780. So we have another hammer here. It looks just like the S&P. We have almost two hammers here in a row for Cornerstone, and we had a hammer back here, you know, between August and September, which held because hammers are bullish setups. So we have two hammers here. And, you know, if the market holds the 200-day moving average, then Cornerstone should hold this area as well. Cornerstone's also oversold here on the gray line. Okay, I'm sorry if you can't see the things clearly on my phone. I'm on my phone, so if I'm moving all around, forgive me, I'm not on my computer. So oversold here on Cornerstone, and we're also oversold on the S&P. I just showed you the S&P, but let's just go back because I didn't really look at the RSI for the S&P. And yes, we're oversold. So this is the time to back up the truck and get really bullish on the market, in my opinion. I also have insurance on just in case. I have my put options on. I closed one of my S&P puts today for a gain, and then I still have my NASDAQ put on just in case things break tomorrow. But this is looking pretty constructive in my opinion. Okay, here's my NASDAQ put. This is looking pretty constructive, but I don't just, you know, want small gains for my NASDAQ put options. I want a huge disaster to strike for this put option to work. That's how I use all of the margin that I use. Not only do I tie to the indexes, but I keep put options on just in case anything were to go wrong. And with Cornerstone, it gives you a 20% dividend. Okay, Cornerstone, as you can see here, 5-star fund, and it beats the indexes. There you go. Add in the drips and the dividends if you want to know why it beats the indexes. But it has a 21% dividend that it drips at the NAV every month, and everyone here already knows about that at Cornerstone. So there's probably no newcomers to this video because Cornerstone's a very select fund that most people aren't aware of unless you're subscribing to this channel or you know, you're more of an astute investor. But 772 is the market price, and look at the drip price. It drips the dividends down here at 649, 18% gain, 642, 20% gain, 627, 23% gain. So this is for both CLM and CRF, the greatest fund in the world. 20% dividend, tracks the indexes, gives you a special drip at the NAV, and it gives you 30% premiums per year on top of the 20% dividend. So you can get potentially 50% returns on this fund. You just have to learn how to play it right, and that's what we alert you of in the Cornerstone channel here. In the Discord chat room, we have a Cornerstone section here where you can see above Cornerstone. We have the welcome section. Forgive me, my daily trading recap. But here's Cornerstone discussion only, and then here we have the announcement section. So when Cornerstone has that rights offering, we will all be on top of it at the Discord chat room. Okay, you sell before the rights offering and you buy back after. That's how you really level up your account. All right. Cornerstone's also 30% maintenance, and that's why I like it. That's why I'm going more into Cornerstone. You have to watch maintenance, and if you need help understanding maintenance, that's in my margin e-guide. So 30% maintenance for every 100 grand I put in a Cornerstone, only 30,000 of my dollars are taken up. So this is the secret to living financially free out of your brokerage account. Even if you're not using margin, you want to stick with low maintenance names so that you can keep withdrawing out of your account. And even if you're not withdrawing out of your account, some people like to withdraw out of their account. Some people like to buy things on margin but not trade on margin. For whatever reason, you still want to stick with Cornerstone because Cornerstone is the index, and there's really there's indisputable evidence showing that if you can't beat the market's trading stocks, you have to go with indexes over time. So you should stick with Cornerstone because not only is it the index and it gives you the dividend, but that allows you to live freely out of your account because the SPY, the S&P, does not pay dividends, which also doesn't give you qualifying income to level up your account further with. So I also want to share with you some things that I did in the portfolio today just to close it out. I've sold like half of my yield max names, as you can see, and I've loaded more up into QQQY and JEPI. If these funds are going to decay, Defiance funds and yield max funds are going to decay, I'm going to stick with the indexes and not the stocks because the stocks can fall way harder, as you know. So I've taken the money out of Tesla and Nvidia and Apple, as you can see here. I'll give you a full screenshot of my portfolio on Discord. And then I've put those proceeds into QQQY and JEPI, but I only have a small amount here, 30,000. Most of my money is concentrated into Cornerstone itself because it's lower maintenance than the Defiance funds and yield max funds. and it's less volatile, and it's just more of a sure way to make money. We don't know how these yield max and defiance funds will work over time. Also, my estimated income should grow to about 130K per year after the defiance dividends kick in, as well as some of the yield max funds that haven't registered yet. So we should be making still pretty good income off of only the 180 in debt that you see, the 180K in debt. Which if you're a newcomer to this channel, but again, you're probably not, because Cornerstone's very select. Yes, this is good debt, doesn't show up on a credit check, it's low interest. I've negotiated my interest down many times, so have members at this channel. So if I'm going to use this debt, I'm going to stick with Cornerstone. I'm going to put everything in Cornerstone because that's the safest. Yes, it's had a strange couple of days in the last few days, because the market's been flirting with disaster on the 200-day moving average. It's shaking out some weak hands in Cornerstone, it looks like. But I'm overall happy with the moves I've made in Cornerstone. I probably put about 20K back into the fund, and I took losses to get there. So I sold, I told you, I sold halves. I sold half of many of my yield max names, and I also sold a bunch of other names, half of some of my bond funds, some of just you name it, anywhere I could, some of my random stocks. I'm going to show all those to you on the Discord chat, but I take those losses, these tax losses, okay, so I get them back at the end of the year, and then I put them into a better fund like Cornerstone, okay, that's going to bounce back harder when the market returns to, the old highs. If we do go back to the old highs, we were up 50% for the year. So these moves will ensure that we get back there, because there's decay in the yield max funds, decay probably in the defiance funds. So I've reloaded into the C's, because these will guaranteed participate with the market rally. We don't know if bonds will. We don't know what anything else will do. So we should be stronger for this, as we've sold out of these other names for the tax harvesting, to double down in Cornerstone. Well, not double down, but I put a significant amount of capital back into it, between 20 and 30K in the last couple of days. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Okay, if you need help with anything that I'm doing in my account, email me for my e-guides at akintodd48@gmail.com. If you like the video, click like or subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.